The phone is plugged into the wall. We're barely recording. JLJ Radio. Back at it again, baby. With my host. Beautiful host. Some might even say he's the Wizard of Oz host. The most spectacular L.
Domo.
Oh.
It is.
Arigato.
Hey guys, it's L. Not quite sure what that opening was, where the telephone is in the wall, but this is JLJ Radio, back with another episode, and this time we're going to try to do it without the headphones.
Yeah.
Because off camera, we're actually having really good conversation.
No. Okay, people, we just literally talked for I don't know how long, but like probably longer than the past episode, and like it was just chill conversation.
Yeah. Actually, a really good conversation.
Lots of laughs. Yeah. And then like the second this turns on, we're like...
Yeah. So sorry for anyone who's listened to the past episodes if they were kind of cringy.
Your ears must be bleeding.
Sorry about that. So we're going to try to go with this new style, which is not using the headphones to kind of give us a more natural...
I feel like I'm actually talking to you.
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Earlier it was like... Bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just hop into our questions, bro.
So... I want to talk about Japan for a little bit.
Yes.
So, you actually had the opportunity to teach English 2 times here in Japan.
I did.
And you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Dude, can I say his name?
No.
Bro, I can't say anyone's name on this.
Let's
okay.
go.
So Mr. Cool Guy.
How about Mr. O?
Mr. O, yeah, such a random name, but I like it. So, Mr. O, yeah, L went to South Korea. Oh, we could probably talk about that too.
Yeah. We don't have to.
Anyway, he went to South Korea, and so L was teaching at this place, and Mr. O needed some. He wanted specifically an American. So his students could get like the classic American twang, you know, every mispronounced word, every bad grammar. He wants it all, bro. So yeah, it was really fun though. Yeah. Except for the fact that I got like really, really lost. The going
on the trains. Yeah.
Like I've been able to go to Nara. Basically anywhere in Osaka that's like takes one train, boom.
Yeah.
I got there easy. Yeah. Just listen to when they're like, we're stopping at Namba Prefecture or whatever.
Yeah.
Super easy. This one I had to hop on and off 2 different trains. Yeah. So I left like, it took like an hour to get there on the train. I left like 30 minutes. So I left an hour, 30 minutes before I needed to be there. I was still 20 minutes late. I ended up having to call Mr. O, just be like, hey, I'm so lost. Because I was, for context, I was using L's phone that he left with me because he predicted this would happen. And like he left his phone in Japanese, which I cannot read literally at all. And so I just couldn't figure it out. Luckily, I remembered that L told me who Mr. O was, so I called him. He helped me figure it out, and I made it 20 minutes late on my first day. But yeah, no. But then teaching the kids was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
it was. It was really fun actually.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. Super small class, literally. I think the guy has four students, right?
Yeah, and on the children's class.
On the children's class, 4 students in children's, and like 3 in the adults. Yeah, so interesting. The guy does two classes.
Yeah.
2 times a week, but I only went on the Saturday night. But yeah, it was good. The kids spoke surprisingly clearly.
Yeah.
Like they were like
good pronunciation. Right?
Really good pronunciation. Which I guess that's some of your handiwork.
I didn't do anything.
They could already speak well by the time you started.
Yeah. I haven't been teaching there for a long time, but But I didn't tell you, so I went there last week, and I just I was talking to Mr. O, and also Mrs. M.
The teacher lady for the kids?
Yeah, for the kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, so how was Mr. Chicken?
Oh, crap, what'd they say?
Because of what you told me, and I was a little bit like, I wonder what their side was, right? And so I asked them, and so Mrs. M said, "You were great." Yeah,
she bought me a bunch of candy actually on
Really?
the last day. Yeah, I was like super like thank you. I was so happy. Anyway.
She was like, yeah, it was. She was saying that was probably a really good experience for you.
Yeah.
And that the kids had fun. The kids really enjoyed it too.
Let's go.
Yeah, and the adult class too, right? Not sure if you met. Did you meet all three?
I met the two ladies,
Okay.
not the English guy, the other guy.
Yeah. So one, I only had one of those students last week, and she said
The one that sits on the right?
on the right.
Okay, yeah. She was fun.
She said you were like, no, it's not bad.
Okay.
You have just a great positive energy.
Okay.
And she said you were really nice, and she said, for being 19 years old, you're very mature for your age.
Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay.
Yeah, she said she compared you to 19-year-old Japanese young men.
Whoa.
And she said, in comparison, she thinks you're more mature than the average.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Dang, wow, that's some high praise. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel special, bro. The Japanese are, I feel like our kids are forced to grow up quickly.
Yeah.
Or at least from what I can tell, I've only been here for 2 months.
But yeah, and then Mr. O also, he really liked you too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Funny thing about Mr. O is, this is for you audience. He's been to America a couple times, right?
Yeah.
So he it's so interesting. He actually has really good grammar and better than average pronunciation.
Would you say that he's super rizzy?
Bro, his Riz?
Is it off the charts?
Nah, he got negative Riz. I'm sorry. Nah, he's negative Riz. Maybe when he speaks Japanese, maybe he got that melodious voice just risen up all the ladies, but
Negative Riz.
Negative Riz. In his American accent. And the reason I'm about to say
Okay.
is it's so funny because he speaks, maybe it's because he's older. He's like 70.
He's in his 70s for
70
sure.
something.
Yeah.
I asked him, but I don't really remember. He talks kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. I don't know if he's mumbling his words or if he's just not finishing the word fully.
Yeah.
Because he'll say things and I'm like, what?
You didn't understand?
Dude, I couldn't understand a word. But thankfully he has he has a big enough vocabulary that he would just be I wouldn't have to stop him and ask him. He would just keep going and he just keeps talking. And I'm like, oh, that's what he's saying.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun. Mr. O. Funny guy.
So you had a good time teaching English then?
Yeah. Great time.
Yeah.
Really awesome. The class was kind of, when you said it was a class, I don't know. I'm thinking a minimum of 8 kids.
Oh, more of a class.
More of a class.
Yeah.
But no, it was 4 kids.
Yeah.
And then 30 minutes later, or no, 15 minutes after that, then 3 adults, and that was it.
Yeah, most of those small English schools, they're kind of like that. They're after school programs basically.
Wow.
The kids go to school and then they go to either a cram school sometimes after school, or they'll go to these English classes,
Wow. So English is really, so that's the number 2. It's just cram or English.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. So English is pretty big here in Japan.
Which, another thing about Japan. So if any of you want to fly to Japan, great thing. I wonder if it was similar for you. So coming here, I couldn't figure out like how to get like my. You have to fill out a paper. I forgot what it's called.
When you fly in.
When you fly in, immigration.
Yeah.
Some kind of immigration paper and all that stuff. I was told you could do it online. I could not figure it out online for some reason.
Oh, there's like a QR code, right?
Dude, yeah, you have to like go through a ton of steps, and then I hit the wrong button or something. That dude, I was up for so long. Like literally, that day was such a blur. Like, I feel kind of stupid not being able to figure it out, but like, I'm sure someone is gonna like comment like, "It was the easiest thing of my life. You're an idiot." And like, yeah, thanks, bro. No, but so I basically had a ton of questions.
Yeah.
And I would go up to like a random Japanese person that looked like they were an authority. I'd just be like, "Oh, sumimasen, eigo," and like they were like, "Oh, yes, I speak a little bit," and like their little bit was like so fluent that like we carried a whole conversation. I was like, "It solves that." It got up to the point where there was the last lady I asked, like I just asked her in English, "Oh, hey, can you speak English?" And like she's like, "Ah, yes," and then like, and of course she said a little bit, and then proceeded to have the best English out of everybody I asked. It's like, okay,
yeah, that's quite. I feel like maybe that's quite common here in Japan.
It's not common here in Ikoma, bro.
You mean like people who can speak English? Oh, I see.
And like, there's like very little white guys here. Nobody, no like Americans or British people.
Not a whole lot here. Yeah.
And so like when we go to Namba or wherever we've been to, and I see the people, I'm like, whoa, people that aren't Asian? Oh my gosh. It's kind of weird actually. Makes me think what it's going to be like.
Do you feel like a minority here?
Dude, yes. Yeah. Everyone gives it here in the big cities. Yeah. Like it's like normal.
Right.
Like here in Ikoma, when I go to 7-Eleven, I get the dirtiest looks, bro. Literally. There was only like one guy who looked at me like, "Oh, let's go, a foreigner." Everyone else is like side-eyeing me like, the guy want.
How about like when you go up to the register, what language do they speak to you in?
Bro, always Japanese.
Oh yeah?
They've never done English once.
Okay.
Took me forever. Fukuro. Bag?
Oh, yeah.
It took me forever to remember that. And they kept asking me like, "Fukuro." And then they'd like just
You're
pull
like,
it out.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out for the longest time, bro. But that was fun. But yeah, no. What about you, bro? You're the host. Your people need to get to know you, bro.
Yeah, you know, it's a shame because we ran out of time to get to know me. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to get to know me next time.
Oh, next time. Yeah. You should watch the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll be sponsored next time.
Maybe I think I heard Red Bull is actually wanting to sponsor us.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. I had one sip of Red Bull one time. I stayed up for like 5 hours. I'm not even joking.
I think we're going to lose our sponsorship.
But then get this. Last time I drank a 5-hour energy, I fell asleep like 20 minutes after. I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened. Anyway.
Maybe someone else is going to sponsor us, but join us next time. Have a good day.
Except not Peloton.
What's
I
that?
just listened to Theo Vaughn's podcast, Frick Peloton, bro.
I don't know what that is.
That's the like the stationary biker workout thing.
Oh, like an exercise machine?
Yeah. Frick those guys. Go watch Theo Vaughn's podcast. It's really good.
So anyway. I can't speak English.
Ciao, mate. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Oh, what do you say? Good morning, good night.
Good morning, good night. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Catch you later.
Ciao.